When I was little, I was very stupid. Cue all of the comments saying, TXM, you're still really stupid, don't worry, you haven't grown up that much. But I was a very stupid kid, and so when I watched Inazuma 11 for the first time and I saw Mark Evans using Fireball Knuckle, I assumed he must have it in the video games. And then I go to play Inazuma 11 1, I look on my DS, I'm playing the game, I guess as you do with video games, and Mark Evans, for whatever reason, has Grenade Shot and not Fireball Knuckle. My mind was blown. And this isn't the only time Inazuma 11 has lied to us. So today I want to count down the top 5 times Inazuma 11 has lied. Let's expose this franchise. Hell yeah. So let's start off with the one I was just talking about. And that is players in the anime having different moves to what they have in the video games. I mean, what is the need? You know what I mean? Mark Evans with his Blazing Knuckle, Fireball Knuckle. Blazing Knuckle is such a massive moment for Mark in the actual anime. Like, because it's him getting over something in the Royal Academy match. Like, he's got some issue about, I don't know, he thinks Jude should see his sister or something and that he should have a nice family life. And he needs to get over that, the loser. And so he uses Blazing Knuckle. And to me, this was a massive, massive moment as a kid. I was hyped. I was, you know, standing on my sofa, screaming, throwing stuff when Mark used Blazing Knuckle for the first time. And so to turn on my DS and see he does not have Blazing Knuckle, but instead he has whatever the hell triple defense is, excuse me? And continuing this point, in that same Royal match, Mark does this thing where, like, so the Penguins are coming, obviously. Mark does this thing where he puts his hand on the other hand, and he does like a two-handed double God hand. And eventually this whole double God hand idea does become a thing, but this is just Mark doing this and then making a bigger God hand. And I was convinced this had to be a new special move in the games, or there being some way of doing it in the games, but there's not. They lied. This TV show is writing things that weren't in the games and giving Mark more than 4 moves. Not even more than 4 moves. He has 4 moves in the bloody anime. God Hand, Marge in the Hand, Fireball Knuckle, Blazing Knuckle. But that's not his bloody moveset in the games. What is this madness? They lied. The liars. I'm definitely not just really caught up on being made to look like an idiot when I was 7. You may think then, oh, TXM, that's not a real lie. Well, let's talk about some actual real lies for a second. In Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Stones, there are little tips between each, like, chapter, where Aryan comes out and he's like, what's up, fam? Let's talk. And this is one of them. This is Aryan basically saying, if you find some items tricky to get, hunt down some treasure hunters. The more you have in your team, the greater the effect. And this is just a blatant lie. Whilst Treasure Hunter is a skill that increases your chance of finding rarer items, it doesn't stack. So having multiple Treasure Hunters in your team doesn't actually do anything. I have no idea why this is a thing that they're saying to us then. Who knows? Gazelle is a guy. Now to you, this may seem like a totally obvious statement. I mean, what are you going to tell me next, TXM? That Mark Evans likes football? I think I could have figured that out. Well, to some people, it isn't that obvious. Because in some localizations of the anime, Gazelle was actually turned into a girl. For example, in the Italian anime, Gazelle was referred to as a she. And so Gazelle being a guy in the games comes as a massive, massive shock. So yeah, they lied to us about Gazelle's gender. Continuing the fire dragon trend, I guess, we've got Aphrodite. Now, Aphrodite's position is one of the great mysteries of the Inazuma 11 world. In the game, he is quite easily a midfielder, but he's played all over the park. And if you just watch the first scenes in the anime, you would be convinced this man is a forward. And Zeus have no idea what they want to do with him. In Inazuma 11 2, they play him as the cam, but in Inazuma 11 Go, they play him up front. In Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Stones, he plays up front with Hira, and in Galaxy, he returns back to being a cam. Is he a striker? Is he a midfielder? The answer is he's a midfielder, but the games and anime really, really do not want you to think that. And finally, this is a really interesting bit of trivia to me. Great Blaster is Victor and Bylong's big combination move. And it's never shown in the anime, because why would it? When would they really get a chance to? But did you know it was originally meant to be shown in the movie, the Inazuma 11 Go Danball Senki crossover movie? And it was actually shown in the promotional videos for the movie, but then it was just cut from the movie completely. So what happened to it? Where did it go? Why was Great Blaster reduced to basically just being a game-exclusive move? It's a terrible fate for a really cool move. But there you go, that's 5 times that Inazuma 11 has lied to us. They've misled us and they deserve to be exposed. And if you want to see more videos about Inazuma 11, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all that classic YouTube stuff. And let me know down below what your biggest misconception about Inazuma 11 was. Were you also a stupid kid? Let me know down below. Make me feel not as stupid, please. But alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.